Handing out tallies and dojos so we can coming quietly. If you don't need anything in your hand, we are going to begin fluency first. Be a patient problem solver. Be a patient problem solver. There are extra papers everywhere. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you, Alyssa. Okay, so as you're looking up here, I like that too. Very nice, Dynasty. I'll get your table tally in a second. So, in honor of our holiday, which is Thanksgiving, why did you bring that to the carpet? You're wasting time. Bring your pencil and move to the carpet. As I was rudely interrupted, thank you. In honor of Thanksgiving, we are going to read a poem about the holiday of Thanksgiving. So I've underlined 3 words that we're going to talk about before we read the poem. The first one is melons.
Melons.
Whisper it. Clap it.
Melons.
What are melons? Veronica, what are melons? Okay, so let's look at the context. Thank you for all my hands can hold. Apples red and melons gold. Spirit, what are melons? If we know that apple is a fruit, and they can survive, melons are what? Melon is a fruit. So sometimes we call it cantaloupe. It can be orange or green, and it tastes very sweet. Okay, or it could be watermelon perhaps, but it just says melons. Okay, the next word, soaring. Whisper it. Clap it.
Soaring.
So it says, white cloud boats in deep sea sky, soaring bird and butterfly. What does soaring mean, Dynasty?
Fly.
College shop?
Soaring means it's a fly.
Great. So then let's look at this last part here. The word is echoing.
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 Whisper it. Clap it.
Echoing.
Thank you for all my ears can hear. Bird song echoing. What does echoing mean, Alyssa?
Echoing means it's where that or someone and something repeats it.
Excellent. So with that being said, this week, and we only have 3 days to read this poem, therefore you need to be reading it a lot. The competition is on Wednesday. We'll be reading Thanksgiving. And this poem is broken into, I need you all up here. Jaden, go sit right by Mr. Staunton. The next time I talk to you, I'm talking to your parents. Excuse me, have some sense and go this way. We have 3 stanzas, stanza 1, stanza 2, stanza 3. Think of stanzas analogous to 3 different paragraphs, okay? Follow along with me, but I'm reading it, you're just listening, okay? Thank you for all my hands can hold, apples red and melons gold. Yellow corn, both ripe and sweet, peas and beans so good to eat. Thank you for all my eyes can see, lovely sunlight, field and tree. White cloud boats in sea deep sky, soaring bird and butterfly. Thank you for all my ears can hear, bird song echoing far and near. Song of a little stream, big sea, cricket, bullfrog, duck, and bee. Okay, so the words aren't overly complex, but as you can see in this poem, the author, look up here please, you're next, uses a lot of imagery in the poem, okay? So in the first part of the poem, the author is talking about what he or she could hold in his or her hands, okay? So, Naima, what did the first stanza talk about?
The first stanza talks about
Different kinds of what?
lemon.
Okay, well that was part of the poem, but in the first part of the poem, the author was talking about different kinds of food. So let's read it all together this time, okay? Just this first stanza. Thank you for all my hands can hold, apples red and melons gold, yellow corn sweet. Remember, this is sweet, okay? So let's look at the second stanza. We'll read it once together and think about what the author is discussing here, okay? Thank you for all my eyes can see. Lovely sunlight, field and tree. White cloud boats in sea deep sky. Soaring bird and butterfly. What was the author talking about in this stanza, Sydney?
He was talking about the.
1 second. In this class, if I don't call on you, your hand's not raised. That's disrespectful. Thank you. Go ahead, Sydney.
He's talking about the thing that's underlined.
The first line says, thank you for all my eyes can see. So what is the author talking about in this stanza?
He's talking about that you can see something.
So what are some of the things the author said in the text?
Lovely sunlight and tree.
Field.
Field and tree.
Okay, great. So don't reread it. Say it in your own words. So the author saw trees, the fields, sunlight, clouds, birds, butterflies. Okay, last stanza. Let's read it together, okay? Thank you for all my ears can hear. Bird song echoing far and near. Song of a little stream, big sea, cricket, bullfrog, duck, and bee. In the last stanza, Antonio, what was the author discussing? The first line said, thank you for all my ears can hear. So what did the author hear in the third stanza? I will read it one more time, and you will tell me what the author heard, okay? Let's read it together.
Thank you for all my eyes can hear.
We'll reread its ears.
Thank you for all my ears can hear. Birds echoing far and near. Song that echoes sing. Dancing, cricket, bullfrog, duck, and bee.
So what did the author hear? What did we just read? You should all be thinking about it because you don't know who I'm asking next. So what is one animal the author heard? Why don't you point to it and I'll read it. Come on, quickly. So this phrase, let's read the phrase together. Song of a little stream. So that means the author could hear a river. Okay, a stream is like a tiny river running through the forest, and you can hear the water rushing as it flows over the rocks. Thank you very much. So this is our poem for fluency, okay? 3 stanzas talking about what the author can hold, what the author can see, what the author can hear. Now I'm going to have Kyrie read the objective.
Today in Phonics, I will
Complete.
complete a 3-way short.
All of you.
Today in Phonics, I will complete a 3-way short.
Track me, please. By the end of phonics today, tracking means you're moving this way now. I'm standing here now. By the end of phonics today, you will have sorted all of the words provided in your 3-way column based on if they make the long A sound, which makes what sound? The short A sound, or if it's an oddball. Okay? And an oddball could be a sight word. It could be a different long vowel that's not A. It could be I, E, O, or U, but it will not have the A or the A sound. So long A makes what sound? Short A makes what sound? Long A makes what sound?
A.
What sound does long A make?
A.
What sound does short A make? Are you sure? Why are we learning about our short and long vowels? Dakota.
We are learning about our short and long vowels so we won't forget, and we can know what's the long A, which is A, and what's the short A,
No. Revise. Long A is what?
Long A is A,
Yep.
and short A is A.
You're learning your short and long vowels such that when you go to read a book, you'll be able to decode tricky words while you're reading, Chloe. Put the pencil down. Moreover, you're learning these sounds so that when you're writing your informational books today, the words will be spelled correctly so we can understand and read your stories. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to model how I would sort these 4 words. Then, what you're going to do, I'm going to give you some words. You will sort them on your sheet. We will play 1 round of buzz, and then you will go and complete your sort on your own. Okay? So the first word I have, basic.
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 Whisper it.
Basic.
Clap it.
Basic.
So basic means something that's really simple. So basic. Do we hear long A, basic? Do we hear short A? Is it basic or is it an oddball?
Basic.
Basic. Where does basic go, Nina? It goes in the long A column. Excellent. The next word, 2.
Two.
2.
Two.
I have 2 pencils. Where does 2 go, Jocelyn? It's an oddball. It does not have a short A sound. It does not have a long A sound. Rack.
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 Whisper it. Clap it.
Rack.
Chloe, is it a long A sound, a short A sound, or an oddball? Rack. Which one is it? Is it short or long? Which sound does the long A make? Long A. Long A. That says basic. So what sound does long A make? I'm not trying to trick you. Long A makes what sound? Read the word basic. What do you hear? Basic. Okay, so what sound does long A make? A. Now what sound does short A make? What is it? A. So, rack. Is it long A or short A? Are you positive? Yes or no? Say the word. Rack. So is it short A or long A? Okay. Last word. Alien.
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 Whisper it. Clap it.
Alien.
Alien, Chloe. Short A or long A? Alien. Alien. Remember, we're learning long A and short A. Do we hear A, or is it an audible? Alien. Good. Long A says A. This says alien. Obviously, this is a long A word. Okay. Now, pencils up. I'm reading some words. The first word, van. Van. Write it down on your board. Give me a thumbs up when you wrote it down. Van.
You say van?
Van. Alyssa, spell van. Please check it, and it's a short A. Van. The next word, kind. Kind. What kind of ice cream do you want? Kind. Spell kind, Dynasty.